Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So in this video, I want to talk about whether or not it's possible for Deck 9 to make a Life is Strange game that is similar to a game Don't made called VAMPYR. Now for context, Don't originally had the rights to make Life is Strange 1 and 2, but then Deck 9 got the rights from Square Enix. And since then, Don't has made other games, Tell Me Why, Twin Mirror, and one I consider to be an underrated gem, VAMPYR. Now, VAMPYR, unlike Life is Strange, is not an episodic game, but it is a game that revolves around choice and consequences. And unlike Twin Mirror and Tell Me Why, it's more of an open world type game, and it's not episodic. Now, for those of you who don't know what this game is, it's basically early 1900s. You play as a doctor, Jonathan Reed, and he ends up getting bitten by a vampire and turning into one. And you have to play the game and figure out, okay, who turned me into a vampire, why was I turned into one, and what does this plague that's affecting the people have to do with vampires. Now, in recent games, Don't has gotten more open world with the Life is Strange games. We see in True Colors, I'd say, like for me, because we all know we get to explore around in Life is Strange games, but True Colors felt more open world than the other games. They were like, you know, you had a certain area you could explore, then once you explored it all, you move on, but it felt like, even though it's not an open world game per se, we had a lot of areas to explore in a specific section of the game, and I'm interested to see how Double Exposure is going to handle this as well. Now, VAMPYR is a bit more open world. It's not episodic, so that it doesn't have a problem with restricting you from going to certain places. Yeah, and it's also got main missions, the main missions obviously, and side quests you can do. They even have a reference to Life is Strange where he has a plant which is meant to be Lisa from Life is Strange 1. Now, one of my favorite parts of the game is how it handles experience points, like specifically choice and consequences. Well, it'd be more risk versus rewards. You see, in the game, you can level up, but they do something unique with how you can level up. By completing the main quest and side quests, you gain XP. But there is an XP boost that you can do to make yourself more powerful and level up quickly. And that is for Jonathan to kill people. And what I mean by that is, you find an NPC, there's dozens of them in different boroughs around the game. You find one, you use something called Memorize, you take them to a corner, and you drain them of their blood, killing them. And this was very interesting when I was first playing it, because I was trying to balance it out. It's like, okay, I want to level up quickly to get through these levels, but I want to be careful about who I choose to drain blood from. And honestly, I tried, but in the end I ended up screwing up, and like half people in one district died, and I was like, oh screw it, if everyone's dead, I'm just going to kill everyone else in this other district. And to this day, it remains one of my favorite risk, reward, choice and consequence actions, because these are not just random NPCs that you can kill off like in GTA 5 or Saints Row. They're actual people, they have a purpose to the story, and you can learn more about them, and by talking to them you learn more about other people, and I quite enjoy what they've done with it. What Don't has done with it, and I recommend you all check the game out at least once. So, if Don't can do something like that, is it possible that Deck 9 could make a Life is Strange game with similar mechanics? Put us in a semi-open world where we can explore, use our powers to fight enemies, and make choices and consequences, and give us a risk versus reward system. I think, yes, it could be done, but I don't think they'd have the balls to do it. Now, don't get me wrong, I do think what Deck 9's doing with Double Exposure is pretty ballsy, bringing back not just the protagonist from a previous Life is Strange game, but the protagonist, Max Caulfield. And the fact that that's considered, well, I think we can all agree that the first Life is Strange is the most iconic. It is the best one in the series. And to bring back Max as the main protagonist, they have a weight on their shoulders. They have to please both sides of the fan base, the ones that sacrifice Chloe and the ones that sacrifice Arcadia Bay. Because if they blow it, then honestly, I'm not gonna buy another Life is Strange game from as long as they're the publisher. If Square Enix gets the rights to someone else, okay, but no, they gotta respect Max and Chloe and the players and our choices, and it's a tall order. So, if Deck 9 could make a game like this, how exactly would it work? Because unlike VAMPYR, the Life is Strange series would take place in the 21st century, and obviously modern technology, you'd be able to record someone if they had powers. I think it would make most sense if the protagonist had the power to shift inside other people's bodies and maybe influence their thoughts. It's like, okay, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. Or have them be like Tristan in the comics and become intangible, where nobody can see or hear you, but you can interact around in the world. You can move objects, you can actually touch people. Like, even maybe just like you want to start a fight, you want two people to start a fight, so you can get into an area. You go invisible and you punch one in the head, and he looks behind him, he doesn't see you, he sees the other guys. What the hell's your problem? And then them two start fighting. So if it does, the powers would have to be a sort of more mystical in order, at least in my opinion, to work for a game. But I think it would be pretty cool if Deck 9 could do something like that. But the ultimate reality is they probably won't. But anyways, that's really the end of this video. I thought it'd be pretty interesting. I actually had a dream about this game. It was like mixed with Life is Strange. That's why I decided to make this video. But I do hope you all enjoyed this video. I want to get back to making more theory videos. I want to finish the books, finish the games I'm playing. I want to finish all the games of Life is Strange before Double Exposure comes out. There's just been a lot that's happened in my life recently. But anyways, that's the end of this video. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.